Yo, it's Wednesday, Hollow Cult. You know what that means. We are back, and this is the night shift. For those of you listening to this on the podcast, this is where me and Kyle just do whatever we want. We don't have a topic. We just talk. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like this.
Dang.
Dang. How is everybody? Welcome, everyone. Right off the rip, let's do the YouTube thing and make sure to like the show, subscribe, turn your notifications on, try to combat that shadow ban. How's everyone doing?
Relatively well on my end.
Yeah. Same here. Just reading through some of the chat here. Cryptid Cyclist was in SD on Saturday at the Dia de los Deftones.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty dope.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Hype the show, too. You can go over to the YouTube and our latest show. You can hype it as long as you're on the app. Try to get us a little exposure. Did Three Eye Atlas come and abduct anyone? Did they invade yet? What's the deal? No, still nothing. I thought the 29th was supposed to be the thing. The 29th of October, right?
I don't know.
Huh? Maybe it's November. I don't know. Womp
I did
womp.
see a bunch of videos of like weird stuff in the sky all over the place, though.
I've
Like
seen a lot of
UFO and anomalous objects.
yeah.
Kind of buzzing around here and there, Florida, and so on and so forth. I think they're already here anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're probably not even from space. We're all looking in space, and they're probably just under the ocean.
Yeah. I did see some guy talking about the eighth ocean. That it was all types of fucked up. Like he's like the creatures in here, like I don't even really have words to describe. And he's like, there was one being that came by the ship, a little submarine or whatever, and it was like a transparent being. More like creature, I shouldn't say being. But this damn thing just went right through the submarine.
That like manifested through the walls?
Yeah, just like a ghost would, like Slimer. Just blah, blah, blah.
That's crazy.
Be fucking terrifying.
Very, very ghost-like.
Yeah.
Ties that in.
There's a couple things that I'm gonna watch too. And I wish I could. I don't know if I sent it to you or if I sent it to myself. There was something on a CIA guy coming out. Oh, he was talking about alien human hybrids, and he's like, "No, it's definite. Like that's 100% a thing."
That's terrifying.
Yeah. And he was saying that which we kind of done episodes on it before about there being programs like the genetics programs where they follow the kids through their life. Remember that guy that we did one on, and he was basically bred to talk to aliens and shit, and they guided his whole life, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But that's basically what this CIA guy was saying. Like he's like, they were able to, except instead of, I guess, like creating the hybrids, the CIA was able to track the family lineages of hybrids.
It's kind of reminiscent of like the Super Soldier program, where Max Spears kind of hinted at the same thing, and that they could track and kind of like almost influence like the lives of the people in the program, because he said he would travel to different cities for like reasons not even pertaining to the program, and when he would show up there, other people Like he would find out later other people that were in the program were also like at the same airport or at the same mall. Like he would run into them and see them almost like it was all directed the same, like from the same source or some shit.
And what's crazy, like, that's a crazy thought to me that some outside force that you're not even aware of has the ability to guide and sway your life where they want you to go, right? And I bring that up because to me, that's eerily reminiscent to gang stalking.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I know that it has such a bad rep and it obviously attracts very interesting individuals. I do believe it's real. It's just that sometimes I believe that people think that it's happening to them and it's not happening to them.
Yeah. I'd be curious as to see like
But then again, how do you prove it anyways?
yeah.
You know, because we might be the assholes for saying that. It might actually be happening. You know, they're because one would ask the question, how would you be chosen for a gang stalking program? Well, we see surface level. We don't, if they legitimately are tracking bloodlines and lineages, maybe that's why.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Maybe it's wrong place, wrong fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I believe those things happen too, where they're like, you know what, this person. You always hear about it, the undesirables, the ones who aren't going to be missed. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe they're like, you know what, let's pick a family man and see what happens when we do it to a family man. Let's see what happens when we do it to a teacher. Let's see what happens when we do it to a mechanic. You know, I think that those things are possible.
Yeah, it definitely. And the fact that like the lines blur between like supposed mental illness and gang stalking is very convenient. It's a very convenient cover that they kind
And
of
you're right. I mean, that could be a whole nother reason as to why you would select someone.
yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but that's an excellent fucking point.
Yeah, it's weird. Because I just watched this who was it? There's a YouTuber named Nick Crowley and he always does like um obviously YouTube videos, but on like disturbing YouTube channels or something. And there was this guy, I can't remember when it was. It was a early 2000s, 2003, 2013, something like that. Anyway, he created this YouTube channel and he was going on this rant about this mega church pastor that was like he thought had started a cult and it was indoctrinating his dad and all this stuff like, and it was only one video, and the guy seemed like obviously concerned for the well-being of his parents, but he also seemed like excited to start his channel and was like talking about future projects and stuff. And then within 2 days, this guy had just like they found this whole website about him just going off on this cult. And within 2 days, he had just lost it and went on a shooting rampage. Like no, no like warning signs, no nothing, just snapped. So it makes you wonder, like what, like if that may have been part of that case, or I
That's a
don't.
tough one because I believe it could be influenced, but I also believe that the human psyche has the ability to crack at a moment's notice.
Yeah, it's also very true.
You know, because I think we've all not obviously not to those degrees, but I think we've all been to that point where we're just kind of like existing in life, and then all of a sudden some mundane ass thing happens, and it just kind of throws us over the edge.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not even that big of a deal, but then it happens, and your mind just breaks, and you feel it inside where you want to smash the walls and shit, but it just most people don't. They control it. You know,
I'm trying to find what that
I feel
guy's
like I need to
name.
get that Gaia TV. I feel
I
like
see
there's
a
a
lot of videos for that.
man. I feel like there's a bunch of really good shit on there.
Yeah, I see a bunch of reels and stuff from it. I'm trying to think of what else I got. A lot of 3i Atlas stuff. That thing keeps changing. They're saying that now that it's kind of swung itself around from the sun, that it is like increasing and decreasing its speeds, and they're saying it looks like it's not dependent on gravitational pulls, so it would have its own like propulsion system.
Well, I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson say they're all just insane, and it's just a comment.
Hmm. Well, problem solved. We solved it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
know.
tail leaders would.
I'm torn on it. I don't have any knowledge on fucking comments and what they can do.
Me either. At this point, until it lands and little loincloth wearing cavemen with rocks crawl out of it, like it's just a comment to me.
Yeah. But I have seen a lot of weird fucking videos on it. I've seen where someone was talking about how it created like a barrier around itself somehow.
Hell yeah.
I saw that it's it's a possibility that back in the 70s, like 1977, there was one of those wow signals. It gets sent out and we get a response from something out there that says we will be there in the future, so on and so forth. And a lot of people are thinking that's the 3i Atlas. I saw where CERN opened a portal and made communications with 3i Atlas. There's a lot of shit on 3i Atlas right now.
Yeah, and it's hard to follow. Like what's what? Like you said, I don't know nothing about comets. I'm not a cosmetologist.
Yeah, and like that's the other thing, kind of what Virgil just said. But there's been all those dope ass pictures of supposedly 3i Atlas and it looking like a damn spaceship. But at this point, you have no fucking clue if that's really a picture or not.
Oh no. We're lost at this point as far as
Yeah,
AI
it's
goes.
over with. When they
Yeah.
have convincing videos of cats with RPGs, we're kind of up shit creek.
Yeah. Do you remember when we were like young, say like in the early 90s in elementary school and stuff, and like we were always just waiting for like that one piece of evidence to prove UFOs existed, to prove
Yeah,
aliens were real, to prove Bigfoot existed, and it was always going to be a video. You couldn't trust the pictures because, pictures could be manipulated, but
right.
now you can't trust the video.
Yeah. I've also seen, I think it's on like Gaia TV. I've seen this guy. I think he was a CIA guy. Lots of CIA guys apparently hang out on Gaia, but they were talking about the Skinny Bob alien footage.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I guess he was a video guy, and he's like, this video has never been officially debunked. And if it is faked at the time that it would have been created, it would have been the highest echelons with those capabilities. Because he's basically saying, I don't think it's fake. I think it's real. Like the
Which
way
is
like he was talking about the way the eyes were articulating and stuff like that. He's like, this is crazy. This should not have been possible at the time when this video came out.
which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, but kind of fucking cool too.
Yeah. Dang, I'm trying to find a picture of him, but it's just a bunch of videos. I feel like if I play a video, we'll probably get flagged. Good old Skinny Bob. Ooh, there's one.
I wish we had. I want to know. I guess I could YouTube it. But I've been seeing all these fucking nerds, and I say that
Nerds.
respectfully. Fucking nerds using dowsing rods to make communication with shit. I need to figure out how to do that.
Skinny Bob.
Oh, is that Skinny Bob?
Yeah.
I never saw a full body of him. I think I only just remember seeing his head and him talking.
Yeah, there was a whole A whole video, and it looked like for the time it came out, if
It's
it's
pretty
fake,
convincing.
it's gonna be a good fake.
I
Gonna
mean,
be a good
motherfucker looks like he's from the 70s with a sweet ass turtleneck and shit.
yeah. Got a full bodysuit on.
He was probably on that 70s show.
Look how long his arms are.
Yeah. He could
Just like
almost
it's
scratch
down
his
to his
foot
knees.
standing up.
Yeah. Just unnatural.
I
Kinda
mean,
gives
he
me
don't
the
look that scary to me.
he looked like he could be fought easy.
And if he's got a name Skinny Bob, I mean, he's probably all right.
Yeah, it's better than like naming him Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole video. It's everywhere. Just type in Skinny Bob and you can find the video. Probably a bunch of videos that aren't real too.
I'm sure, but it's whatever.
I wonder when that came out, actually, now that you
I
got the
don't know.
wheels turning,
I just
bud.
remember it kind of making it flowing through YouTube.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I know that.
Oh, there's a bunch of Skinny Bob stuff. Huh. When did Skinny Bob video come out? According to AI, Skinny Bob video was first released online in 2011 by a YouTuber named Ivan0135. The video, which appears to show a captured alien, sparked debate about its authenticity. Some people believe it to be real leaked footage, and others claiming it to be hoax made with special effects.
Yeah, Twiz was the Jamie. Ivan0135 sounds like someone who would get that video.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody needs to interview Ivan0135. Is what they need to do. Look at Twiz. Twiz is on it.
Skinny
Twiz,
Bob is a fathead.
Twiz, are you Ivan0135?
I hope so.
I've never seen Twiz and Ivan0135 in the same room at the same time.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I feel like there's high odds that Twiz is Ivan.
He goes, I wish. You'd be a pillar in the UFO alien community. That's for sure.
No doubt.
It'd be a very controversial subject.
No doubt.
Twiz is a Bigfoot bong ripper.
I also believe that. I also believe that.
There have been, like, especially within the last couple weeks, a ton of updates on weird missing person stories. Like, specifically ones that, like, I don't know that I've necessarily covered, but ones that I've talked about. And anybody that, like, delves into the missing 411 cases and stuff, these are some prominent missing person cases that, like, kind of revolve around that. And just within the last, like, 2 weeks, some have really taken a turn. So first I'm gonna talk about a man by the name of Jesse Farber, who lived in Pennsylvania. In 2015, his girlfriend got a frantic phone call, said that he was chased up a tree by a pack of coyotes. They said, call for help, bring some guns. They did some searching, and then he just disappeared, right?
Isn't that a weird thing for coyotes to do?
Like tree a human? Probably.
Yeah, because I feel like coyotes mostly avoid people.
Yeah. That's what that's what I think, especially a human.
I mean, I know like a pack of them might get a little rambunctious, but I don't think I've ever heard anything like that.
Yeah. So his girlfriend got the call and said he was being chased up a tree by some coyotes and needed help. The searches started, and after his disappearance, searches were conducted. And then in December of 2016, a hunter found his sweatpants up in a tree with a backpack even higher up in the same tree. So he was way up there. Anyway, very weird case, but they did just find and identify his remains.
Oh, no shit.
Yes.
That's
In
unfortunate.
Yeah, and I'm assuming in the same area. Let me look here.
And again,
I will
and by the way, everybody in the chat is saying that it's definitely weird for a
coyote.
pack to do that.
Yeah. Let me look here. I'll share this. I hate sharing stuff because there's like 10 billion ads on any of this stuff.
Yeah, the internet has kind of sucked past several years because ads are fucking everywhere.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I don't know what kind of ads are going to pop up. And then, all right, whatever. I'll just do it. So make sure this is going. Okay. Partial human remains identified as of dad of two who disappeared under mysterious circumstances a decade ago. Jesse Farber, 29, of Tamaqua, Pennsylvania, vanished on August 11th, 2015. This past July, a group of ATV riders came across human remains close to the path they were riding on, according to the Pennsylvania State Police. They were positively identified as belonging to Farber. Trying to see if it says how close he was found to where they thought he would be or where his stuff was found.
Did you say his sweatpants were in the tree?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
And a backpack.
I can understand the backpack, but removing your pants?
Yeah.
I mean, no offense. I don't know that even being large and doing the helicopter is gonna
keep
the pack at bay.
So this is an interview with his the mother of his children, girlfriend at the time. A few weeks ago, while searching for Jesse, a group of dedicated volunteers, we discovered several bones. In an interview with News Nation, he said to me that he had to do something on his own, and basically, when he dealt with that everything would be okay, and he'd come back home and we'd be together again. Carol recalled, which made me worry even more because it seemed like there was definitely something going on. He was really scared, and as the phone call went on, he got worse and more terrified. He told me to bring guns and that he was in a tree with 10 to 11 coyotes after him, she said during an interview over the summer with local station WOLF. I didn't hear any noises. It was very quiet in the background. It didn't sound like he was running or hear the wind, bugs, leaves rustling. He described being in two separate mountains before the call dropped. And then he was never heard from again.
Something sounds a little sussy with this.
It's weird.
Yeah, because I'm usually on Brother John's side. Well, not always. Sometimes me and John have healthy debates, but I just feel like that behavior is extremely odd for a coyote.
Yeah.
Because I have seen them try to lure dogs in, and I still feel like even a big pack of them, for the most part, they avoid us. And the
Yeah.
tree one is super bizarre to me. I could see if they were starving, them, trying, but think about it too. Steve, and anybody in the chat, but Steve's here and can communicate. What are the odds that you outrun a pack of fucking coyotes?
I ain't outrunning nothing.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. If them coyotes wanted me, I'm fucked.
You see me running.
I'd be
There's
lucky.
a problem.
I'd be lucky standing next to the tree that they don't get me.
Yeah.
Coyotes are fast. Everything on this planet is faster than us, minus a couple things.
Turtles. Dylan says Steve's running. I'm laying down. If I'm running, there's something worse than a coyote behind me.
Yeah.
I'm talking like polar bear, dog man. I probably won't even run from a dog man. A polar bear I'd probably run from.
Yeah, polar bears will eat us. Without question.
A dog man will make good internet if I fight it.
That's
Me
true.
fighting a polar bear, people are gonna be like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, why'd you fight that polar bear?
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
And I would kick a coyote.
It's also weird that he was like, "I've got to do this on my own," and like the whole setup of everything is weird.
Something's weird.
The fact he didn't know where he was, he's like, "I'm in this mountain. No, I'm in this mountain." Yeah, it's weird.
There's definitely something strange going on there.
Sus. But I thought that was interesting. While it doesn't necessarily like bring light onto what happened to him, there is some closure that he was like found, right?
Yeah, and I mean, logically speaking, assuming the dude's not on fucking drugs, if let's just say it happens, let's just say the odds are not in your favor. Lady Fortune is fucking you. You're being chased by a super pack of coyotes. You're fast enough. You get away. You climb up a tree, and you're like, all right, cool. Coyotes can't climb trees.
Yeah, fair.
Why in the fuck would you take your pants off and get out of the tree?
What if they all morphed into one giant coyote?
I was hoping you were going to say they pyramid stacked and got up to him.
Could.
That'd be. Then if that happened, I understand why you took your pants off and jumped out of the tree.
And yeah, that's because he was already up in the tree. Obviously, he was, because they said his pants were up in the tree and the backpack was higher in the tree.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that high to get away from coyotes. You figure 6 feet, you're good. You probably jump a little bit, but you're good. So yeah, it's weird.
It's strange. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely shenanigans. And I apologize, my brain gets scattered. Did they say it was like super cold where he was at? Because I feel like if you're just wearing sweatpants, it might be chilly, but it ain't that fucking cold.
Oh, let me see when he
Not to mention you doing Olympic sprint for your life and then Ninja Warrior and up a tree. You're gonna be warm.
It's the middle. He went missing in August.
Oh yeah, see, and that's what I was saying. Because Twiz kept saying that the cold make people do dumb shit,
No,
and I couldn't remember if it like specifically stated it was cold.
August 11th, 2015. So it's pretty toasty out. Pretty toasty out. The next one that had an update, while not any kind of closure update, but it is probably significant to the case, is anybody who follows any missing persons things have heard of the Brian Schaefer case. The guy was went missing in 2006, went out with a bunch of his friends, walked into this bar, the Ugly Tuna Saloona in Columbus, Ohio, I think, to celebrate the beginning of spring break. He was 27 at the time. They have all sorts of video evidence of him walking into this bar, and nobody sees him again. He just disappeared.
What are you doing? You're ridiculous, bro.
Well,
it's much appreciated, but you're ridiculous.
Wow. That's crazy. Thank you, Brother John.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man.
Poof. What was I talking about?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, the dude.
Oh yeah,
magically disappearing from a bar.
Yeah, there's all this video evidence of him walking into the bar, and then never comes back out.
32 big guy.
Just disappears from the face of the planet forever. They go through all the CCTV footage.
Do they have footage like from all around the building?
Yes.
So there's no possible outside of being like we've seen in cases where people, I'll just say, get luggaged out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was so like it. They went through and they interviewed everybody that was in the bar that night. They went through each individual person walking out to make sure that he didn't change his clothes and sneak away and disappear. The whole nine, or so they thought. Because just this week, a construction worker came forward with picture evidence of a I don't know how many exits there were. Anyway, another exit that was blocked by scaffolding that apparently everybody missed, including the police, including everyone investigating it.
That's
Crazy.
weird. That's weird.
Crazy. They're like, "Why didn't you come forward before this?" And he was like, "I thought people knew about it." There was construction going on, and they blocked an exit with just some scaffolding. So, I think pretty easy to probably get in and out of.
I mean, yeah, if you can walk through it just fine, it probably wasn't blocked that much.
No, but it's kind of shaking the case up now that he even had, like, picture evidence from 2006 of this extra exit that they were working on that nobody thought to keep an eye on.
And there was no like CCTV footage in that area.
Not that I've heard of. Guys will do anything to ditch a blind date.
Um, did they find the guy?
No, the guy that went Brian
Yeah,
Schaefer? No,
so
still gone.
he's just out there and win somewhere.
Yep.
Or not.
Just gone.
It
Crazy.
makes me wonder what was going on in his life. You know, if he was running from something.
The only thing, he was going to college. It was spring break. They said he was in fairly good spirits aside from, something was going on with his mother. I don't know if she was diagnosed with cancer or something of the sort, but that was like the one big catalyst in his life that was going on. I'll read you the Wikipedia about his disappearance. On March 31st, a Friday, classes at OSU ended for spring break. Schaefer and his father, Randy, celebrated the occasion by having a steak dinner early that evening. Schaefer's father noted that he seemed exhausted from having studied through the night earlier in the week, cramming for his upcoming exams. He did not think Schaefer should go out with his friend, William Clint Florence, later that night as he planned to do, but he did not express his reservations to his son. At 9 p.m., Schaefer met Florence at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, a bar in the South Campus Getaway Complex on High Street in Columbus. An hour later, Schaefer called Wagner, who had returned to her home in Toledo to visit her family before she and Schaefer were to depart for Miami. I'm assuming Wagner was his girlfriend. Schaefer and Florence went bar hopping, visiting several other drink establishments and working their way down to the Arena District. At each stop, the two had one shot each of hard liquor, according to Florence. After midnight, Schaefer and Florence met Meredith Reed, a friend of Florence, in the short north. Reed gave them a ride back to the Ugly Tuna Saloona, where they had started the night, and joined them for their last round. Schaefer separated from his companions while the three were there and was last seen on a security camera outside the bar just before 2 a.m. Florence and Reed attempted to find Schaefer, repeatedly calling him. They left with other patrons when the bar closed at 2 a.m., waiting outside for Schaefer. When he was not among the departing crowd, they assumed that he had returned to his apartment without letting them know. Wagner and Schaefer's father tried calling him later that weekend, but didn't get an answer. On Monday morning, he missed a flight to Miami, where he and Wagner are scheduled to meet long before. He was then reported missing to the Columbus Police Department. Said that he was seen on multiple security cameras, both inside and outside of the building. 1:55, he was seen outside the bar talking briefly to two young women, saying goodbye, then moving off camera. The camera did not record him leaving shortly afterward when the Ugly Tuna Saloona closed. This was the last time that Schaefer was seen. But apparently there is another exit in the bar
That he
everybody's
may have
seen.
slipped out of.
Yeah. Or got carried out of.
Yeah.
So it makes you sus.
Definitely strange.
I got one
And
more. Oh, go ahead.
real quick. Addressing hoodies. Essentially, and no, there's no official crowdfunding thing for it yet. However, essentially all we need to do is settle on a design. That's all really Steve and I need to do is settle on a design. And then we can, I believe through Custom Ink, who we use generally for all of our prints, I think they have it's not so much a funding thing. It's essentially like a pre-order system is what it comes down to, where you guys would do it. You'd go ahead and pay for it, and then they'll go from there. Because, like I said, Steve and I have talked about countless times, when it comes to merch, it's not about us making money. It's about us getting as close to break even as possible. We don't mind losing a couple bucks here and there. We have no problem with that. As long as we get close to break even, we're straight. That's all. And like Steve has actually looked into some of the what would you call them, like fulfillment places,
Yeah.
and they've kind of been like, I think for me personally, I think Steve kind of feels the same way. The cons slightly outweigh the pros to it.
We're a big fan of quality,
Yeah.
like with our merch. Like that, be that to our detriment or not, like we don't want you guys wearing stuff that we wouldn't wear.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
And the amount
So,
you pay for it.
yeah, when it comes through something like custom ink, we can we kind of get to choose the quality of the product we're putting out. Whereas, like having what's it called? I can't remember the exact name for it, but where it's just like print to order. You don't get to choose. You have no choosing on the quality of the merchandise going out. So
And
that's
then
a big con.
the other thing that's really not, I'm not that comfortable with. I know it's not a huge deal, but it makes a mess. Is like the way Steve was explaining it to me was that whenever you guys would order a shirt, it would actually charge me and Steve that amount until their payment goes through or whatever, and then it's just an unnecessary cycle that they do with billing, which to me just does not make sense. Because if you guys are paying for the item, why do we need to be charged? Because it's almost like we're charged the item, your money comes to us, then we have to pay them from the money that you sent us. It's like they make us an unnecessary middleman for zero fucking reason.
Yeah, what else was I gonna say? There's something else I was gonna say about the hoodies, but I forgot.
And if that works out good, like if because we can, I really want, like, I hear you conspiracy, and I really want to try the customing thing, because if that works out good, that might be another way that we could do merch drops without Steve and I having to shovel out shitloads of money. Because when you do it that way, they'll also mail all the stuff too. They take care of all that as
Yeah,
well.
like,
So it might be a way to, like, maybe there's a design that's rad, and we can just get it out that way instead of having to put a ton of money up front on. Because like I said, whenever Steve and I buy merch, we usually spend about a grand and a half every time we buy stuff. So it's not cheap, and
yeah,
we don't have buckloads of money. So.
we gotta buy it in bulk.
Yeah.
So, like in that, you're limited to designs because we got quite a few designs we were toying around with. When you buy in bulk, you're pretty much limited to 1 or 2 designs a year, and then, um, obviously we ship everything from in-house.
Mhm.
So you've got backstock and stuff you've got to deal with, and it's kind of a whole thing.
Yeah, and the fucking post office is being weird as fuck here lately. They've been kind of like, I've had people in there that have been
Understatement.
absolutely great, but now they're like, last time I went in there, they were like scolding me for stuff, and I'm like I kind of started getting snippy, and I'm genuinely not like that, but it was just so petty. I'm like, when the fuck did this start? And I'm like, it's never like, that's never like, well, this print off label, it could fall off, it could do that, and I'm like,
It's never done that before.
it's never done that. Well, you have to write it out. And then she changed her mind to like, you should write it out. And I'm like,
Just ship my shit.
yeah, just please, for the love of God, do your fucking job. You make really good money, really easy job. Help me out. Be my friend. The last lady that was in there never once, bless her heart, never once gave me a lick of problems, ever. She was smiling. She was happy to see me. She knew what I was mailing. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. In and out. Every fucking time. And then here lately, they've just been dumb. That's the other thing, too, that's getting fucked up with all the shutdowns. So international shipping is going to be a motherfucker. Some places it's not going to happen. And mind you, it gets me and Steve lose our asses on that. We lose our asses bad on that. Just know that every international package that we send, we pay for 100%. I just shipped one out to New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand, which is dope. And the dude got his stuff, so that's great. It cost us fucking $40 to ship a hat and a shirt.
We need to think about training some homing pigeons.
Yeah.
You know how they used to tie little messages to them? We can just put hoodies on them and send it.
I love that idea.
We got like a whole bunch of designs we're messing around with. That's like the one benefit of a print to order shop. You can put as many designs as you want on whatever you want and kind of go from there. But there are a lot of cons when it comes to that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. And we've talked about like having a print shop and also doing like the website when we can afford it. So it's like a, you know,
it's hard to decide. Like everybody knows, we do things kind of backwards here. We kind of do things the probably more difficult way than most people do it. Just because we have a higher standard.
Yeah, and I get that, but there's also like I'll be honest, when it comes to that type of shit, there's two reasons why I prefer it. One is simply pride. I enjoy, even though I'll be honest, there are some nights it is fucking overwhelming. Like I told Steve, there are some nights, as much as I love Hollow Sky and everything about it, there are some nights I just want to come home and watch fishing videos or watch TV or play with my kids or whatever. I just want to turn all of it off. But regardless of that, pride is a huge thing. Being able to say that this is what Steve and I do. This is the love and everything and the pride in our work that we have, that we do it all by hand. And the other thing is I feel like it's more intimate and meaningful that Steve and I put that much time and effort into everything. And I know sometimes I'm late. Like there have been people who have ordered shit and I've taken 2 weeks to get it out. And I apologize for that shit. But I always, and like, you know, Steve knows, you guys order shit, I put as many free stickers in there as I fucking can. Because I'll specifically have stickers made that are not on the website that go in the packages for free. Because everybody loves free stickers with their shit.
Yeah. And that is a good point. It's like a testament to what we built.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I understand for the, you know, the people that outsource it. I get it. I do. But I don't know. I just have a lot of pride in the thing. I take a lot of pride in the shit that I do. And I don't know. I don't know. And I've always said, you know, I want to be different than everybody else. I don't want to jump on the mainstream. Like if me and Steve do ever make it, I want to make it our way. You know, not everybody. No, I don't want to sell out. I don't want to fucking be a buster. I want to make it our way and say we made it our fucking way. And it's proof that you can do it. It takes longer and it's a lot more work, but you can make it your way. You got to keep fucking going.
Buster free since 2019. That should be the hoodie.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a lot of time and work. I don't think people understand that. I don't.
No, it is. And like I said, it gets stressful. You know, it's stressful in its own way. Um, and as everybody notices, like we are not. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Like very boastful hosts. Like we are very modest
Unless you're a nerd.
in who we are and what we have, and we're very humble, extremely humble. I think we joke around and have egos sometimes, but and actually, I was thinking about it earlier. I'm surprised we don't have more smoke in the community than we do.
We just kind of, honestly, we just, I don't know. Not very, like,
It's kind of weird, right?
when it comes to the podcast world, not very many people fuck with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't have smoke either, though.
No, it's like we're quarantined.
It kind of is, really.
It's like, no, they're like, nah,
Those guys
not,
really ain't my
not
style.
those guys. They say the F word a lot.
Yeah, that is the other thing that kind of blows my mind is, and I know like you and me come from different walks of life than a lot of people. You and me come from roughnecks, and roughnecks always talk like sailors, right? Like at our
Yeah.
jobs, it's full of profanity.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's just to me, it's crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, I do see people that way overuse those words. You do kind of get annoyed by it, over time. I get that, but
We cleaned up
it
our
is.
act a lot
We have.
the last couple years. Getting professional.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's wild. Mind you, there are podcasts out there that Steve and I will not work with.
So it's you know what? It might be a little mutual.
Yeah, there's definitely some mutual ground out there. We know that for a fact.
And Conspiracy Chaos, we're setting up now that like the weather's starting to get more inclement and we're kind of more tied into our like houses and stuff. We're setting up our interviews. We're setting up guest spots, all kinds of stuff. I've been like the last couple days, I've been doubling down. I feel like that's a way we can kind of switch the show up a little bit, get some guests on here. Take
I think Steve's got some pretty fucking interesting ones lined up, so you guys should be proud.
Interview world by storm.
Yeah.
And we will
I think it's time, man. I think it's time. I think we have far more insight than we did in the beginning.
I know it's not you, Conspiracy. we were
no.
your way, bro.
No, not at all. There's only I can only think about 4 shows, and 2 of them we've worked with and 2 of them we haven't. But you'll never see those shows again on our show, ever. That goes for all 4.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Some people, Steve and I are loyal to a fault, and you just don't fuck with homies. That's all there's to it. You just don't fuck with the homies.
Just don't be a buster.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the homies.
Yeah. I am getting some stuff lined up.
Yeah, some of them sound super dope too.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna get them lined up, and
I think it's gonna be rad, man. I think it's gonna open some doors. It'll alleviate some of the stress on me and Steve because we won't have to write as much.
Yeah.
I think it's a net positive all the way around because it's not that we're going to abandon the research shit either because there's always room to grow. But
I
think it'll be a net positive. It
kind of gives us a break because like we're almost 400 episodes deep. Pretty
of the research show, we are at 340, I believe.
So that's a lot of deep dives. That's a lot of looking into stuff.
And the night shift, we're on 111 now. So you're talking almost 500 shows.
Yeah, we got 52 Patreon exclusives. So there's a bunch there too.
Yeah. I know like when the weather resets, because we're about at the end of it, but I'm serious about it. I'm trying to talk Steve into doing it with me, but Me and Steve go on fishing adventures and basically do a night shift while we're fishing, and then putting that on Patreon, making 30-minute little videos of essentially night shift plus fishing. I think it'd be a good time.
On average, how much time do we spend in research? Between research, that depends, honestly.
It really does.
It depends on if depends on the sources I'm using. If I'm going through a book, I don't read fast.
That's what I was going to say too, is that book, like if it's book related material, it takes, generally speaking, if I'm looking at a book, I do have standards. It's most of the time it has to be less than 300 pages. And generally speaking, I have to have at least a week to get through half of that book.
And a lot of times I don't retain knowledge that well. So if I'm if I'm not reading and noting at the same time, if I'm just like locked in reading something like, holy shit, this is very interesting. When I go back to like write notes about it, I'll have forgotten it. So then I have to like go back and double take it. So if I'm doing that, it takes me a while.
And it is hard. Like I've even tried, I have a tablet and I have a Kindle on there. And I've even tried taking, because I'm the same way, Steve. I've even tried taking that to work because I'm not, I cannot, not saying it, you guys can't. I cannot type fast on a tablet. So that's annoying to me. I can type fast on a keyboard, can't do it on a tablet. So what I was trying to do is read at work, then come home and write. But I don't retain enough of it, which drives me fucking crazy. Because when it comes to some of this stuff, you want details. Forget those details. And then I also tried, as I'm reading, Kindle has a highlight feature, highlight shit. But then again, I still have to go back and read it and then write it again. Like, so it's not smart for me. It doesn't work well.
And our show scripts, like I call them scripts, but they're not verbatim for the most part. They're usually just snippets of information and stuff. That's what I do with mine. I just kind of ad lib it as I'm going through. But
That's a
those
good idea,
usually
Twiz. I might have to try that sometime.
those usually range anywhere from like a good ballpark is 2,500 to 3,000 words. So
Yeah.
that's that's like an essay.
And
You gotta write.
sometimes, ironically enough, Steve and I have made 1,500 word episodes reach an hour. And there's been time where we've had
5,000 word episodes cut off in 40 minutes. So
yeah. It just kind of like everything depends on the banter Steve and I have. Everything depends on that.
yeah, and usually probably a week worth of research between researching, writing, and like I said, it depends on what kind of sources we're using. The internet's easy because you can like cut and copy stuff and kind of put that in your notes as opposed to like reading and articulating it and then typing it out.
See, that's how I do it.
But there's
I
a lot
read
of
it and articulate my thoughts onto the thing.
yeah, I'll cut it and then I'll re-articulate it later. That way I
Steve
like
is
have all my
better.
notes.
Steve's brain is way better doing that on the fly than mine.
Yeah,
Like, because when I read, I have a hard time. I can't do large paragraphs or I get lost in them. So I have to do essentially like 3 sentences and then space it, and then 3 sentences and then space it. Because if not,
Kyle,
I get lost.
he'll make fun of me because he'll be like following along in my notes, and the stuff I'm saying is not the stuff I'm reading.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It just changes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and which is great. It's a great thing to have. I don't have that, and that's why a lot of times when I present, I'm very focused on my notes because I do want the banter and I do appreciate the banter, but what happens in my brain is my brain unplugs from what I was reading. And then as I go back to it from the banter, now I have to re-engage and I have no idea where I'm at. I get lost. And then I'll go,
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
yeah. So it's like, it's hard for me. So
Yeah, it definitely depends on our sources, but usually it usually takes a week. Like I feel like it's safe to say we're still researching Friday night before we record Saturday night.
Oddly enough, did you see that message where we got invited to come teach the local library how to podcast?
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was gonna say something to you about that if we can work our schedule out.
I didn't read it. Shauna brought it up to me, and I was like, when did that come through? And she's like, earlier today. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I think that could be cool.
Yeah, they're like, can you come and talk about podcasting or at least show us how to work our equipment? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Kyle's the tech lord, so
I'll show up sometime. I don't mind.
yeah. I'll have to message them back and be like,
Not,
yeah, if we can get our
not too hard.
schedules together. But yeah, it really depends. And
actually, we've almost got we almost got the offer to go teach at a local college that one time. You remember that? Or they were talking about maybe having us come in at the local college and
oh yeah, for like podcasting?
for podcasting.
Yeah, I do remember that. Then they probably listened to me say the F word a lot and said,
Yeah, and they're probably like, maybe not. We're gonna go ahead and retract that offer. Far more professional in person than on the show.
Yeah. But I'm getting some interviews lined up. Got a couple scheduled. So that should be something new and different.
I'm excited, and without giving too much, give a synopsis, quick breakdown of the possible interviews in the future, Steve.
Okay, one that I do have scheduled already that will be coming in the future is a fellow reached out to me about this entity that he has been contacting via Ouija board throughout his life. Not purposefully. Right?
Oh, so it just always like hijacks the conversation?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
At one point, it's when I feel like when he was in college, I don't know. I have him send me a synopsis of things. When he was in college, his roommate was using it, and this specific entity asked for him specifically.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
that's
going to be a heater.
That's dope.
I got a guy from Southern Illinois who has some squatches that live on his property, and he's had some encounters with them. He's going to come on and talk. I'm surprised he's a regular here. He's always in the chat and stuff. I'm surprised he's not hanging out tonight.
Gangsta.
But I'm going to get him on. I've got one lined up that is going to be a heater if we can get our time. He lives in a different country. We get our time set up. This dude is he's a hard ass. He's legit. So
love it.
He's seen aliens. He has broken into some very famous military bases. It should be pretty cool. It's funny. It's funny because I came across his channel a couple years ago, and I saw the one where he got arrested breaking into the military base, and I'm like, I like this dude's style. Let's try to get him on. And I don't remember if I reached out to him and he didn't hit me back. I may have just commented on his YouTube video, but didn't hear anything back. And then here just today, he popped into our Facebook and was like, "Hey, I'd love to be a guest." And I'm like, this is a weird full circle kind of thing going on. But I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
It's perfect timing.
Yeah. We also got some other shows we're planning on going on or doing like a swap cast with like the Conspiracy Chaos guys here. Gonna get on them. And who else do we got? I emailed Midnight in the Mountains back.
Oh, nice. So, and then there's Cult of Conspiracy we'll have to try to link with.
Yeah.
There's a couple different ones that we're gonna start turning and burning.
So we're just gonna switch up things a little bit, see if that can open some new doors, put us on some new ears and stuff.
I think it will, and I just think that at this time in our evolution, I think it's time. Yeah. I think through all the research we've done, we've gained so much insight, and then not to mention listening and communicating with the community, them, putting new ideas in our heads and more insight. And I just think it's time. I think it's time that Hollis Guy as a whole, which you guys included, start pushing this bracket,
Yeah, we just
you know, and we start climbing that mountain.
evolve a little bit. And like we kind of started this show to like for the purpose of like getting people's experiences, right? Like we wanted it to be a platform where we could share that, and it's kind of evolved into like a research based show. We kind of want to get back to like the original plan of having people, giving people a place to come on and like share their weird shit, you know. Which we were going to do that with the night shift, but that kind of got convoluted after a little while, and I feel like if we actually schedule interviews and get people in and we can talk to them about their stuff, it's going to be pretty cool. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did see
I
that
agree.
Ryan from AI is back and grinding now.
Yeah, he reached out to us a couple times. We'll have to hook back up with him at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to see him back and doing it.
Yeah. And like I said, you're all going to have to work with us. Our schedules are really fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, we're making it work. You know, we're going to try our best. And like I said, start knocking on some doors. See what happens. See what we can't get ourselves into.
With the weird shit.
Yeah. I think there's definitely still room for us to grow. And that's where I want to see us. I want to see us growing. I said last time about, you know, it turned into a solid part-time job. And then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, no, actually, I want to stay on that train of just seeing continual growth. Money's
Yeah.
kind of irrelevant. I mean, the money helps to do the merch and all that shit. But outside of that, you know, growth. I want
Yeah.
to see how this guy keep growing. I want to see that people with the right mentality can make a difference. That's
Yeah.
what I want to see. Because we are, I don't think that there are many people out there like Steve and I. And I want to prove that good people can do the right thing and still make a difference.
Yeah, I do believe is that the same one, Kyle, Midnight in the Mountains? Is her name Laura?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I know. I believe so.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to hook up with her, and I'm just waiting for an email back. It took me a while to get to her because like our schedules have been so crazy, but we're kind of really starting to lock in and just you know push.
And I do genuinely think that our community is unmatched with anyone's.
Oh, 100%.
I mean that hand over fist. I don't think that. I know that there are a lot of people out there that have way, way bigger communities than we do, but I don't think theirs are as solid as ours.
I don't think they have the connection that we do. You know, I'll put us up on a pedestal there. Like we keep in pretty good standing in communication with the cult.
Yeah, and
You
I
know?
mean, I think it's cool that they they're growing alongside us. It's not just us growing.
Yeah. It is weird now that I said it out loud. They're like, we are kind of sort of quarantined from a lot of the circles.
We are, and there's a part of me that likes that
Yeah.
because the circles, whether you guys know it or not, the circles have a lot of drama.
Get
Steve
real
and I,
clingy.
Steve and I don't really like drama
Drama free
unless we're causing it.
since
Out,
2019.
outside of that, we're not big into drama. And another thing that is apparent in the podcasting world, believe it or not, and it's kind of mind numbing to say the least. There's a
We're
lot of
just
fucking
spilling the tea.
there's a lot of fucking egos
No.
in the podcast community, which is kind of fucking crazy to me
No. Get
because
out of
it's
here.
at the end of the day, like not trying to talk shit, but it's a podcast.
It's almost like there's not 5 billion, 8 billion goddamn people on the planet that can listen to any show that they want to,
Yeah.
and multiple shows. Believe it or not, they can listen to more than one show.
Yeah. Like literally at this point, which
Bonkers, right?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I can legitimately, like just the other day, listen to one of my favorite podcasts, right? It's a story podcast. The fucking episode was almost 6 hours long.
Holy shit.
I got it done in a day. In a day. Because I legitimately get to listen to my headphones all day long at work.
Do you listen to more than one show, Kyle?
Oh, well, believe it or not, I do.
What?
I do.
You're telling me.
Unless I hyper binge one show.
Let me get this straight.
Absolutely.
Let me get this straight. So you're telling me that people that listen to podcasts have not only the opportunity, but also the ability to like more than one show.
It's true. I know I understand it can be hard, but you can do it.
I thought if you subscribe to your favorite podcast, all the other podcasts disappeared off the internet. It's weird.
It is weird.
It's fucking weird.
It is weird. I just I don't know, man. I'm just really kind of focusing on just being us. And
Dylan, you have no idea.
It's crazy, dude. It's like the music scene. I kind of get the music scene, especially. I think this is the icing on the cake. The age group of the music scene, 100% get.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
A lot of testosterone, a lot of egos.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, it's the podcast world.
Yeah, fucking weird, dude.
I don't know.
It's weird, man. They're all fighting for table scraps.
It's not even that. They're fighting over a buffet. You know what I mean? Like there's an infinite amount of listeners. Like
that's true. But like what they're fighting over is irrelevant. Is basically what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah, because
like they're not looking at it like you're looking at it or like I'm looking at it. They're looking at it as like they're the top dogs. Fuck everything. It's just a weird fucking mentality in the podcast world.
It is weird.
Because it's like, I'll be honest with you. It's still kind of nerdy to say podcast. Right? Am I right or am I right?
I used to get that a lot of work being the podcast guy. But not anymore. Now they're just like, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's not all like that. Don't get me wrong. There are some solid shows out there doing their thing, just staying in their lane, grinding.
Like
succeeding.
one of our biggest supporters and friends is Eric.
Yeah.
There ain't been nothing negative come out of that guy toward us. Nothing but love.
Also Jeremiah from Bigfoot Society.
That's another one.
Solid dude. Stays in his lane, grinds, moves forward. It's awesome. Like every step forward that dude gets, he deserves because he just minds his business.
He busts his ass too.
Busts his ass. That dude's putting out episodes every goddamn day. It's crazy.
He busts his ass.
If he's not putting out episodes, he's on TikTok taking calls. Like
that's right. That dude's straight grinding.
Yeah, and he's constantly throwing us out there. Doesn't have to, doesn't need to. Yeah. But anytime like I'll pop into his live, say what's up, he'll immediately be like, "Hey, go check out my friends over here." Like it's how it should be, really. You know?
Yeah.
Like we're all in this together. Should be. I know it's not a mentality like that. Like we should all have the same goal of like trying to figure out what all this weird shit is.
You would think that would be the case.
But
we've talked about it before, like outside even the podcast world, the fucking paranormal communities consume each other.
Yeah. Yeah. They do. It's
so weird to me.
Eat our own young.
It's
not
so
us,
weird.
But the community.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, we talk shit once in a while, but
some people deserve it.
Yeah. And sometimes, like I understand the difference between talking shit and meaning it. Sometimes people are just talking shit. They get mad and they talk shit. All right, I get that, and I forgive you.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremiah was a van meter
Yeah,
when we were there. Had a booth
yeah,
set up and everything.
yeah. He
You got
did it.
your what was it? Your
Squatcho Man.
Squatcho Man shirt.
Such a fucking solid idea. It's so good. It sucks like that. That's what we talk about. Quality, right? Because that T-shirt should still be up and thumping. Oh no, sure. The graphics damn near worn off that. I wore that motherfucker all the time.
Womp.
It's pretty much gone.
I did hear.
And I rep a lot of the hollow shirts, and my family does, and they're still pumping hard. Like the graphics still look great on them.
Colleen, I did hear Jeremiah's going back out to Oregon in 2026. I
Nice.
can't remember where. He went out there last year. I think it's the same place, but he's scheduling some pretty gnarly trips looking for the old Squatcher.
Much love to everybody. Everybody. See, this is why the hollow cult's so dope. Everybody's so positive almost all the time.
Yeah.
We get our negative Nancy's once in a while, but hell, sometimes Steve and I are negative Nancy's.
It's hard to be chill all the time.
It really is. Some
And that's
days
another
life
thing
just kicks you in the nuts.
If we can get our schedules, like my schedule is not great as far as like getting to do stuff, going to conferences and stuff. That's another thing that I'd like to get going. If I can get my weekends off, like the week I work every other weekend, so the weekends I have off is dedicated to writing and recording. So my weekends are scheduled consistently. Like if we take that weekend off, we have to pre-plan, pre-record to make that work. So if I get to a point to where I got my weekends off, then we can set stuff up and we can start going to conferences and all kinds of stuff.
A big gangster. And
Oh
we
yeah,
go
there he
fishing.
is. There he is.
And we can go fishing.
Yeah.
And you guys will hear me talk shit to the fish that I catch.
Yeah, you missed your okay. So Bryce is our squash guy that we're getting set up.
Hell yeah.
You missed your introduction earlier. I'm like, he's usually here. I don't know where he's at, but there he is. We're gonna have him on. He's got some Southern Illinois squatchery going on that we're gonna hit up, which is it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Will be. Some crazy old Bigfoot stories.
Yeah, and since we're out here, if anybody has interesting encounters, I know we do our listener encounters, but if you've got one that's like real deep, you think you can make an episode, hit us up.
Let's get it.
HolloSkyInterviews.com. Send us a little synopsis of what you got going on. I'll hit you back. We'll try to schedule it again. Like our timing's not great. We're making it work. We're just gonna roll with it.
And be honest with you, like I wouldn't even be mad at like a 30 or 40-minute show.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like no matter what, we can make it work.
Yeah. If it's weird, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. And you get Steve and I on the right track, we're gonna get carried the fuck away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, Dylan. Hollow hook set.
I hope you yell that every time.
It sounds like a sick ass wrestling move.
Yeah, it does. Like the crippler crossface. Ooh.
Oh, I know. Steve
and
I
will
be
know how to say that.
Be the greatest submissionist. Hollow hook set.
Should have tapped out.
Cripple crossface was pretty gangster. Not gonna lie.
Oh man.
No, John. No, not happening. Not happening. I know you're serious. And I've already told Steve, and it's not happening.
Yeah, he told me that, and I was like,
no.
While the sentiment is appreciated and loved, also no.
No. We'll get it figured out, dude.
Respectfully, from the bottom of my heart, no.
It is probably the kindest gesture anyone has ever made towards us. But like Steve said, respectfully, no.
And also, if we
it's time for Brother John to relax and take care of Brother John.
Yeah. You're questing for your own weirdness, John.
Yeah.
Come on. If we get time, like I said, if we get time, we get shows banked and stuff. Me and Kyle also looking up, like doing some investigations. I got all this
Yeah.
investigating equipment, and I'm not investigating shit.
Yeah.
I did, Peyton. I did see your email. I'm also gonna holler at you. It's in the works.
Yeah. You gotta give Steve time.
Because like my work schedule is jacked. What I work on week A, I have off on week B, and what I have off on week A, I work on week B. So every week I have different days off.
Bryce, do you have a pond that I can fish? That's the question. Oh, I've been thinking about old X here lately.
Come to my farm. The Squatch farm?
Yeah, hopefully he's got a pond where we can squatch and fish.
We can
He's got 3. All right, I'm in.
We can lure the Squatch with fish.
I'm in. That's my new favorite pastime is fishing.
I'm
fucking obsessed.
Kyle hyperfixates on
I
things
do.
that he loves.
I am fucking obsessed.
A lot of times is very good because like when he hyperfixated on like show equipment and how to produce a show, like there was no stopping him.
I do a lot of work
at all. I get frustrated like 2 minutes in.
It is weird how we're like
this
that.
Is stupid. I'm not doing it anymore. What gets recorded will get released regardless. Where Kyle's like, no, we have to make a decent sounding show.
Yeah, I got to figure it out.
God, you're here because I would just be like recording into this bitch and sending it out because I cannot handle it.
Whatever, it sounds all right. Boop.
Oh, I think he's got stock ponds too.
That's what I'm talking about, dog. I'm catching some fucking fish.
And I'm gonna be getting my
I'm not even good at it.
By Sasquatch. I love it. While Kyle's hook setting.
I'll be like, hang on, Steve, I'm reeling in a fucking bass, dude. Or a bluegill. I got a bluegill. Hang on, dog. I got you.
I'm trying to follow where else? Somebody asked something else. I can't find it. Anyway. Right by the Tennessee River.
I know. Yeah, I've watched videos of dudes fishing the Tennessee River. Tennessee's got some rad ass places to fish.
Yeah, Peyton, 223. I miss my weekends off. Well, I do get like every other weekend, I get a 3-day weekend, but I work the midnight 12-hour shift. So that whole first day is just gone because you're recovering.
Yeah. Yeah. And you brought that up the other day, and I guess I never really thought about it like that. Like, technically, you do have nights off here and there, but also technically, you kind of don't have nights off ever because you work one weekend and then the next weekend you technically work because we get together and record.
Yeah.
So technically, like you like realistically, you probably have a day or two off a week that is kind of Steve time.
Yeah.
And that's if you're not writing.
It gets so overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, like you said, the Wednesdays that you're off, we do the night shift.
Yeah. Mondays and Tuesdays, I usually don't have anything going on, but I'm usually catching up, like on stuff around the house, stuff like that. My Thursdays, every other Thursday, I don't do much, which I'm trying. And now I'm trying to schedule interviews in those days where we don't do night shift and record and writing. So like trying to balance that out in with everybody else's schedule is kind of difficult too. We're making it work.
We'll get there.
Making it work.
We'll figure it out.
Once we start getting some interviews banked, then it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be great.
So I'll have those. Yeah, we should get some.
I'm excited for him, man. I think it's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be a new twist. And the ones that you have talked to sound rad.
Yeah, because I like to get talking points, but I don't want him to give me the whole story. Like the Ouija board guy's like, it's too much to he was like, I'm eventually gonna sit down and type out my story for you guys, but I'm too lazy. So I'm like, you want to come on? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay, just give me a synopsis. That way me and Kyle can kind of look at it, have a few little talking points here and there, but we want to go in from the rip.
That's kind of Steve and I's thing. Just go into it blind, start swinging for the fence.
I did watch the YouTube video you sent me, Bryce. I can't remember the name of the channel.
What was it about?
It was he went on to this guy's show
Nice.
to talk about his squatching encounters. I'll send it to you. I started watching, I don't know if I watched it all the way through, but I started watching it. Yeah, we'll definitely hit you up, Conspiracy Chaos. Record on Wednesdays as well. Oh yeah, I mean we could do a live shift collab or a night shift collab. We'll figure something out.
I'm down to do the night shift interviews, but the thing is, we would have to make sure that the guest is 100% down for night shift interviews. A little more pressure on them for a live room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other podcast hosts should be fine, but
Red Room.
I agree. It would be gangster to have a live interview. It'd be cool, but we just have to make sure that they're super comfortable with that.
What else was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh, I was gonna tell you this. I was gonna hit on this last little bit since it's almost 9:30. A case back to the missing. I know, circling right all the way back around.
Let's get it.
But a case that we've talked about on here before, in one of our episodes, the Stephen Kubacki case, the guy who walked off out into frozen Lake Michigan and just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he had his tracks. Well, he came back. He showed up a year later.
Yeah.
Same clothes and shit. And then
where did he show up in the same place, or was it a different place?
Different place.
Because I remember, was it the firefighter who went skiing?
Yeah.
And then showed up somewhere else too.
Very similar kind of thing here.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, since that happened, he has been super, super, super quiet about talking about anything even related to what went on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's written a book.
Oh.
That's come out. And one of my favorite YouTube channels is Missing Enigma. The guy talks about all kinds of missing people cases. He deconstructs a lot of the missing 411 cases and stuff. He scored an interview with Stephen Kubacki.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. But crux of the interview was that he had basically just planned his own disappearance. Him and some of his friends. He said one day he just had a complete and utter breakdown. He was just over his life. He's like, I got with some of my friends. He's like, told everything, how he walked out, followed his steps back to make it look like he just disappeared, set his backpack and stuff down along the side of the lake to where it looked like he essentially walked out and fell through. And his friends got him out of the area. He went and changed his name, all kinds of shit, like crazy shit.
Can he prove that shit though, that he changed his name and stuff?
I think so. I'll link the interview for anybody that's interested, and definitely go. Let me double check and make sure that's the right YouTube channel. If I'm plugging the wrong one, people would be like, "You idiot." But I'll link it, and you guys should go definitely check out. Hold that thought. Yeah, Missing Enigma. He just released the episode 3 weeks ago. The title of it's 47-year-old disappearance finally solved, the story of Stephen Kubacki, and he has an interview with him, and it's interesting hearing him like talk about it from his point of view. He is alive.
You know what? I got mad respect for the homies.
Oh, they went 10 toes down, didn't say nothing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got mad respect for the homies on that one.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It may have been fucked up what he did. I'm not going to argue that. But let's be honest. People that have those types of breakdowns, what's generally their option?
Yeah. Disappearing for good.
Yeah.
So here's a little Stephen, you can go to stephenkubaki.com and it says Stephen Kubaki vanished without a trace in 1978, only to walk out of a field 15 months later, claiming no recollection of anything that happened to him. In the decades since, millions of people have speculated about what happened, but Kubaki has never spoken about that lost time until now. The disappearance is the dramatic and never before revealed true account of how an idealistic college student went out into the ice of Lake Michigan and never really came back. So he's got a book out called "The Disappearance, Conspiracy, Revolution, and Revelation." The disappearance of Stephen Kubaki after 45 years of silence.
Does he elaborate at all as to what made him come back?
I can't remember, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay.
I think he probably kind of just started to feel guilty about like walking away from his family and having everybody think that he was dead and all that. So I
And
think,
rightfully so. I mean, I understand that.
yeah,
And they were probably hella relieved when he came back.
yeah. And then he just didn't talk about it. Like he has a PhD and all kinds of stuff. Like he is a smart dude. And he said one day he just had like a complete just ego fracture. And he's
Could,
like, I just could not do this.
could you technically get in trouble for doing what he did?
I don't think so.
I'm sure the statute of limitations would be past it by now, but
I think the only thing that they may be able to get him with is if there was a lot of time and resource spent searching for him. Say
yeah.
if they thought he fell into the lake or into Lake Michigan and they put people in the water, someone got hurt, someone died.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
it
he
like
can be held.
technically like in a weird way, in a weird way, he almost faked his death, but also not.
Yeah, he left a little gray area there.
Yeah.
Faking your death is a felony.
That's what I figure.
But he didn't technically,
Technically not. There's it's kind of loopholey.
yeah, he didn't technically fake his death because there was no evidence that he died. So
That's the other good question. Like if somebody, claimed anything on him, would they now be liable to pay that money back?
because like you're a grown ass adult, you can do whatever you want. If you just want to
Yeah,
pack up and leave,
you can.
you don't have to tell anybody
Yeah,
anything.
you can't get in trouble for that.
You just
And a lot of
go.
times, if I've seen cases where the police have found said individual and said individual goes, I don't want to be found, and they just go back and say, hey, we
He's
found him.
they're okay. They don't want anything to do with you. See
Yeah,
ya.
but they don't want to be found, so they have every right to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get the book and read it, but the interview is good. Again, Missing Enigma.
That's
Go
wild.
check out the channel, especially if you're into like weird missing person cases. He breaks it down and he's very, very thorough. Like this dude, I can't remember his name. He's a younger guy, but he does FOIA requests and he's pulling police documents and all kinds. Like the dude puts his time in. And a lot of times, if he can get there, he'll also go out to the last known locations where these people were seen and put boots on the ground, kind of look around, see what the landscape is. Excellent channel. Excellent channel. Definitely go and support him. He was kind of like uh what started his interest was missing 411, and then when he started deep diving, he kind of began to realize like, hey, a lot of this stuff isn't exactly what they're making it out to be. So he does a much more like professional and thorough investigation of these
Oh,
missing
that's
people
cool.
accounts. Yeah. And he does some that have like a paranormal background to them. Like there are some cases in Missing 411 where they kind of hint at like possibly a Sasquatch was involved and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And he kind of goes in and doesn't necessarily debunk it, but he kind of looks at it from a different perspective, and it's a good channel.
And that's kind of what you should do
Yeah,
as a good investigator.
yeah, he's good. I was watching him when his channel was small, and I used to kind of just be on the fence about it, um, because
About
like
his channel or about
about
the
his
kid?
channel because I was like in the missing 411 camp,
Oh, okay,
and
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
like, this
Yeah,
dude.
right. You're a buster.
Yeah, and then I got to then like more and more shit came out. I'm like, all right,
Might be onto something.
yeah, but definitely worth checking out. Twist says faking your own death is not a crime in itself, but it becomes a felony because it involves multiple illegal activities such as insurance fraud. Yeah, so uh, kind of depends on where that goes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, there's no law about picking up and starting somewhere else.
yeah.
Would it be would it be considered fraud if you also changed your name? Because that's another thing that he did. Kabaki went and completely changed his name, changed his personality, like changed everything about him for those 15 months.
I don't think it would be. I don't see it as fraud
Especially if you did it.
because
I don't
he's
know if you did it
legally changing
legally.
his name.
Yeah, I don't know if you did it
If you're,
legally or not.
yeah, if you're legally changing your name. Now, if you faked it, then or illegally did it, then
It's
I do
interesting.
feel like it could be kind of a gray area though when you have kids.
Yeah, like certain responsibilities and things.
Yeah, I do feel like there could be a gray area there.
Couldn't they may be able to. I don't know so much about it in 1975,
Nah,
but
that's a good point. That's a good point.
now they're all tracking us all the time anyway. But I thought those were some interesting updates.
That is very unexpected.
Yeah, I'll share the link in the socials for that interview.
Yeah, man, like people have mental breakdowns all the fucking time.
That's what he said. He's like, he said, don't get me wrong, I had planned to do this prior to. He's like, but when I was standing out there on the ice, and he's like, the ice in Lake Michigan will form these big pillars, like where the waves will hit, and it'll be so cold it'll just freeze. He's like, I just had like a complete revelation, like a complete ego fracture. Like this is not what I'm supposed to be doing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, damn! It's almost 20 till Hollow Cult. So we'll probably wrap her up right about there. I forgot to do my telekinesis practice. We're gonna get back to it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Taking a mental break.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. But before we leave, make sure everybody hits the like button, the subscribe, the notification bell, all that goodness, all them goodies. And thanks again for hanging out with us. I know there wasn't a whole lot of paranormal-ish stuff, but we were talking about some insides of the show, which is what this is for also. Because just we do whatever we want. Just how it is. So again, thanks for kicking it with us on this Wednesday night. Yeah, check us out all our socials. You know the drill. Till we meet again, stay safe, stay weird, and I don't know if you decide to disappear and change your name, like you can still come back to the cult as somebody different. It's fine. We won't judge. You're all welcome.
Hey man, that just means they can leave another review.
Yeah.